Are you looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Well, greetings everyone. Thank you for joining us for our work. Thanks. Greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's channeling. Yeah, we do as usual, just messages and then the Q&A portion of it. So, all right. So blessings, and here we go. Greetings. We are the Pleiadians, the Galactic Federation of Light. Our connection, yes, with you is improving greatly as your planet is going to more of fourth dimensions in certain areas of your planet. Those of you that are opening up your third eye and ascending to more of your highest good, basically, is allowing more of these energies to come through. Basically, you're adding a vortex energy around you that is changing your vibration. Others are feeling, even if they don't understand it. At this point, also, as much of your, yes, governmental energies at this time is lost to a certain degree, as they are putting the, what you call it, the drama energies around to confuse humans as much, are still not ready for a fourth-dimensional Earth. So they continue the drama on your planet, and most likely will continue to do so, as they are trying to keep life as confusing as possible, even if none of it truly makes a whole lot of sense. As for one scandal after the other, that is to keep your third-dimensional show going on, as many are not truly ready to fully let go of that drama energy, as you can see. Especially when you bring more of a fourth-dimensional mindset into your third-dimensional world, many do pull back, as you are seeing. But it is becoming less and less of a pullback, but still, there's many on your planet that are still holding on to the third-dimensional thought patterns. So for our message to you, just continue to be as you are, of course. And that energy you will see a difference on your world. Yes, there are many strange things that were happening on your planet. There is, yes, of a anomaly that is being seen as called UFO, that some of you have been mentioning, at least in your media, which we find very curious. I believe they're testing to waters. Basically, they can't keep your UFO knowledge a secret forever. So little by little, they are allowing it to be known on your planet, but only so much. They'll only go so much. Basically, though, if they do say UFO, they will put a big question mark and then let it go. And they're testing the waters to see how humans will react to it. Most humans will turn away and not even worry about it, while others will be, you are making some progress at least. So it's sending you our energies to you as you transform your earth. Anything is possible. Realize these beings that are seen in your skies, you can connect to them. If you want the alien sighting, keep that option open, because anything can happen. So blessings. We got the Pleiadians. Much love. Greetings. We are the Andromedans. I am Diana. We bring you much assistance for your soul discoveries, and great healings of each are much needed. As you see, there's so much conflict on your planet. There is peace in your future. There is peace now, but many are connecting more with the reptilian version of your Earth, which is no peace. But there are reptilians that are bringing more of a peaceful existence. It is what you call, yes, confusion, you can say, going on your planet as your Earth goes into more of a peaceful energy. It will find it eventually, but you have to find it within first. Peace within will help peace going outward. And there's still, yes, we realize conflict on your planet does make it very interesting, does make it fascinating to watch, and much can be learned from that. But also, many are tired of that reality. And so that's why you're connecting more to your higher selves and taking a vacation from your problems and bringing that more down into your everyday life, where conflict is of yesterday. So we're here to bring assistance to you whenever you are ready to ask your questions.
All right, welcome, Diane. Was that your
Yes.
name?
Yes,
Oh.
Diana. Yes.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
The first one is Kingsley.
Thank you. Greetings.
Yeah, have any messages?
Your guides just say to take time for yourself. Rest a little bit more than you normally do, but it's good to take time for yourself. Of course, you're doing a lot of your own inner works, but to take a break is good also to recharge your batteries, basically. I believe you do that to a certain degree, but it is up to you how you want to proceed with that if you wish to do it all. That is all your guides are saying at this time.
Oh, okay. Do you have any tips for me to turn into a Super Saiyan kind of?
What is this? A super, what is this?
Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, one moment. Connect to your higher self energies. That's what he does. Let your higher self flow through you like a river. It takes time you can do this with meditation. It does take time to master. But once you do so, you will see forces of nature assisting you basically to help you grow your powers. So connect to your higher self is our message to you. Blessings.
All right. Next is Emmy.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, I am doing well.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
My first question is for Mary. She had to leave the chat. And her question is, are there any messages for her from anyone?
Yes, I see Yeshua with her energies assisting around her root chakra, opening herself up more of her destiny. It's almost as if she is, yes, part of her is hesitant, the other part is reaching out. I also see her connecting to the tree people as for talking to them. So maybe if she wishes to try a connection with a tree that she finds that she can have a decent conversation with. Give it a shot. So there's anything wrong with that. You'd be surprised what she will receive from that. Some might talk, some will.
I will let her know. And her second question is, what can she do to avoid the winter blues? And can she have a healing, please? And thank you.
Yes, we will set her. Well, yes, connect to nature. The elemental energies are all around her. She can connect to them through her meditation energies or through her intuitive abilities. We Mother Nature. Yes, Gaia, as you call her on your world. Connecting to her will definitely help her with the winter blues. Is what I believe that will bring some assistance to her. She can also connect to the sun also by bringing some entertainment to her. It's up to her.
Thank you very much. And my questions are next. And my first question is, the last few days with my work, I've been, there was one occasion I was at the wrong place as far as for appointment I was supposed to be, and another day of appointment I had just was completely out of my mind and I was somewhere else. I'm just wondering what's going on that's contributing to this?
Yes, you have a scattered energy. What's happening in astral seems to be affecting your life, your third dimensional world. It does seem like your soul, at least in astral, has split apart, and so you're going in two different directions. So sometimes you might feel lost because not all of you is there at the moment. So you're just adjusting to that. It does happen often. Souls do split apart all the time. It just, your third dimensional self doesn't seem to be connecting to that. It is adjusting to that vibration. That is what I'm seeing at this time.
Okay. Thank you very much for that insight. And my next question is, recently I found out that there were 8 additional phone lines that were taken out under my name and my account. And I'm wondering if you can see who did that and why.
Yes, reptilians. we are seeing, yes, CIA involved with that also, but mostly
Mhm.
reptilians are, yes, they were connecting to weaker humans to do these things. Basically, just
Mhm.
to, it was like an attack in some regard, but
Mhm.
they're not going into details further what that was about. I believe there's more to it than that, but it was an attack. But they do this to many, but they definitely seek you out. Basically, let you know that they're watching you. You can say it's one way of. That's one way. That's one of the messages from that.
Yeah, they even went and created new email accounts under my name, but I actually handled it better than I thought, so that's good.
Yes, I don't see this happening again, but yes, it is showing that they're. It's basically they're attacking everyone as much as they can. They want to cause disruption in energies as much as possible. That's what they're there for.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I appreciate your help.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings to you.
All right, it's Steven.
Hello, Diana.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings, much love.
Yes.
I was just wondering if I could get a healing from y'all. Still in the hospital and trying to heal from these heart problems. And,
Yes,
if I can just get any messages or anything from the Andromedans. Thank you.
yes, we'll send energies to your heart chakra. Yes, there is beings that are. Yes, what happened is, yes, a lot of beings around you are trying to, in some ways, take you apart in some regard, because you have knowledge that they want from what we are seeing. So you're kind of sabotaging your vibration so that they can reach your own secrets that you have with galactic secrets from what we are seeing. So there's much more to that, but it is our message to you. Yes, you will get well, of course. You might take some time to get back on your feet, but there are beings there that are protecting you. But also, this was an assault that cannot be. They were protecting you, but it was a mass assault, as you can see. So, but I believe you'll be back on your feet in no time, from what we are picking up on.
Thank you, Diana. And just a message, any messages for my galactic universal family. Thank you.
Yes, they say there's a crystal energy that you connected to that was very rare in astral, from what I see, and many beings wanted to have it for themselves. I'm not saying what kind it is. I'd rather not say, but it is a crystal energy that you alone apparently found and kept it hidden. And so this is another reason why you were in the situation that you are in. And also it does assist with the ascension process. There's many energies we brought back to the earth that have been sent away. And so this is one of them to be brought back to earth to begin its ascension healing. That's all I'm going to say here at this time.
Thank you much, love.
Yes.
Okay, next one is Pete.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Diana.
Yes.
My name's Pete, and I have two questions. My first question is, recently today, I've been experiencing some off situations, or the sensations that when I meditate and I connect to my guides or my star family, I feel in my energy that feels off to a certain degree. During that time period of today, of my time, that I heard all of these cracks or creakings on the walls or on the ceilings and stuff like that. And I was the only one in the house or where I was living. And in my own energy, I felt like to some certain degree that my energy was being picked on to some. I was wondering what was it? What it was?
Yeah, so there's a Pleiadian, I believe a vortex energy that was opened up around you. And yes, some of the beings were trying to figure out who you were, who you are, and there were other beings that are protecting you. So it seems like you had kind of like a first contact experience, but not in the physical, of course, but it does seem like a portal energy opened where you were. And so it wasn't not just one being, there were several. There was also Zeta around also. And mostly a Pleiadian energy from what I can see.
Yeah, I kind of had that sensation in my third eye that it saw these few beings walking around in my house.
It does look like, at least the Zeta is like, from what I see, they're looking right in front of you, looking right at you.
Just smile at the camera.
Pretty much.
Okay, my next question is that are there any messages from my galactic family or my family unit?
Yes, well, they say that you've been connecting a lot with the canines recently to receive your own healing. They say also your channeling is improving. I believe this is something you're practicing?
Yes.
So yes, they say that the canine energies are just give you basically a warmth feeling, not to say other beings do not, but most likely when you are in the channeling state, most likely to feel a canine presence, because they do like to connect to humans, especially those that don't realize there's humanoid versions of them. So they get a kick out of that. So I believe that presence will be pretty. And your galactic, your family that you're speaking of, are there assisting your opening up your channel, from what I see.
Striving to improve.
Oh yes, you will. Yes, give yourself a few months, but just have fun with it. But
and
it will.
Self-development.
Yes, and I'm also seeing Ra around you also. So that should be interesting. That's up to you.
Blessings, Diana. Thank you.
Yes, blessings.
All right. Next one is Liz. Please, Liz.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. Are there any messages for me?
Yes, one moment. Yes, well, yes, your guides are saying you're creating a new version of you. It might not be appearing to you yet, but a new version of you will show yourself. As you go into a new direction, you're already feeling this in some regard. Basically, the future is not going to be very easy to see either, for reason that you're going into a great change. But mostly, your instincts will be your future. Basically, you'll give you an idea where you're going. But definitely, there's going to be a lot of clouds in the future because you're paving a new direction for yourself and others also, not just yourself, of course. That's all they can say at this time.
Thank you.
Yes.
And any messages for my husband, Mark?
Oh yes, to go back onto your first question before they go into the second. They also say you're going to be developing new talents that you're not aware of at this point. You probably can get kind of an idea, but they will appear. It will be pretty obvious when you start connecting to that. That's all they can say at this time. As for Mark, one moment. Yes, there's an Anunnaki presence around him, and it's a royalty version. Yes, I say version. Yes, and it's used to getting its own way. Let's put it that way. Anunnaki name, he's not really saying his name, but it's not really a he or a she, is not saying that. it does not matter. Either way, it's very dominant. And they say they will, this being said, it will step back, but it would like to be heard. And there'll be more
like
to
to be heard.
Yes, it is. It is not really, it definitely, it says does not truly have a name, but it will bring one it needs. It has many names, let's put it that way. Trying to keep some mystery around. But there is a galactic alliance connected to this one. And yes, they say they mean business, but it's just because they want to be, they're showing that the Earth is going through a great change, and you are definitely involved with it, and Mark also, but this is not happening on accident, let's put it that way.
Okay.
There's no accidents.
Will you talk more about it?
Yes, that's all. They're being very vague, but yes. So, blessings.
Thank you. Blessings.
Yes.
Well, hello. My name is Omran, and it's my turn.
Yes.
And my question is there any message from anyone who wants to give me anything personal, anything that I should know that is important?
Yes, Mother Mary is saying that you are a great teacher of those that are your foes, or nemesis, as some will call. But you keep the door open to everyone, even if you don't always agree. This is your astral connections. It could be also your human, but she's not really saying. But basically, your teachings are going out in such a direction that, yes, those that you do not agree with might lash out at you, but they weren't a great deal from you also. And you learn from that also. It's basically you're warning from them. Basically, you're warning, the reason you do this is to learn from them also. Learn a talent from them they're not aware of. So it helps, you do this to get something out of them that they don't normally would do. If any of that makes sense. I imagine it does.
Yes, it does. And my second question is, what is the connection between Archangel Michael and Sanat Kumara?
Michael is a mentor energy to this being. Of course, this one that you speak of did not necessarily go by the teachings of Michael, did his own thing, but Michael is very much has an energy combined with this one. Very much. Even if, yes, they combine energies often. And they do connect in astral. You might see the two of them in astral together at times, sometimes.
Like they could be each other's aspects?
Yes. Correct.
They are both warriors, creator beings.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there are times when you can see maybe even both their faces because they're both connecting to each other's energies. Yes.
Yeah, they are very intense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was it for me. And let me see who is next. It is Martin.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, I see a lot of Andromedan energies around you at this time. One moment. You are maturing with your channeling ability from what I see. I see a lot of Arcturian energies around you. I see you very much like a student of the Arcturians, but also a teacher of many of the Pleiadians, as you could say of an ancient one, but here you're learning more about your soul. That's why you came into this incarnation, as everyone has, but you came here to learn more about what you're capable of. Even if it might not seem like you're learning a lot here, but you are, trust me. That's my message.
All right, great. What's my DNA makeup?
One moment. 5% Zeta, 2% Syrian, 3% Arcturian, 4% Reptilian. Yes, 5% Andromedan. 1 moment. And I do see 2% Pandorian.
Oh, interesting.
And 5% of Weirin.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yes. So, blessings.
Blessings.
All right, next one is Dragon.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Cryan's talked. Cryan, an entity, has talked about 23 pairs versus 24 as being related to the 24th being multidimensional, imbued by genetic manipulation within the last 100,000 years. At least that's how I interpret it. Yet scientists have found that the missing chromosome, as chromosome 2A and 2B fused together, was in Neanderthals and Denisovians as well, which would put that back at least 500,000 years. The Chandler also talked about so-called junk DNA having a quantum aspect, which seems more realistic to me. I definitely feel like there's something intuitively. I feel like there's something related to quantum entanglement as a central aspect to how we incarnate. And how we're connected to the central source. What I was wondering is, has that message been misinterpreted a little bit and translated incorrectly? And what would be the true mechanism of that?
One moment. Well, as for his message being slightly, well, yes, it has been. There's different interpretations of that energy he's connecting to. And with that, yes, as for junk DNA, yes, there's a great deal more now than there was before in your past, as another thing to clog up the mind and for the soul to ascend. Much of it's been happening much greatly than before because of your ascension process is actually increasing greatly, but the beings that are causing much manipulation at this time are actually adding more unneededness, as you can probably see, mundane energies, you can say. But also the Neanderthal, yes, you're always improving upon Neanderthal energies also in some regard. You're building upon that. You do still have that DNA. It is small, but it is still among you at this time. I'm not sure if that answered your question or not, if that helps.
Yeah. Specifically, what would be the mechanism that dimensionality maps to our DNA was the main part of the question.
1 moment. It's Orion DNA that you have will actually reactivate much of your energies. You can say through infusions, but also Orion plays a great deal in your creation process, actually. It's not mentioned often for good reason. But that would play if you want to redesign the human, Orion will be what to connect with.
All right. My second question, one time I was showing my mom how to see higher dimensional beings. I guess I was bored. And one of the beings that appeared in front of me was a very tall, maybe like 7 to 8 foot. It was hard to tell because I was sitting down. 7 to 8 foot skinny being in a tight suit, like a lycra suit and a belt with a big clasp in the front. I couldn't really. It appeared so quickly I couldn't really make out exactly what it was. But it had a bipedal look to it, obviously. When I pointed out to my mom, she could see it too, but only after I pointed out, like I flipped the switch. But she was genuine about being able to see it. If that helps connect to the situation, I'm curious if you can pick up what it was, and was it aware that I could see it?
Oh yes, they can always pick up that you see them. There are some cases when the being is not paying attention, but normally, now some are just like a human. When you're looking at one thing, you're not always seeing everything around you, and so you're focusing your energy on one object, one idea. But many beings, especially on this planet, they do try to keep their awareness out, open. So when someone does notice them, they instantly see it. In this case, I believe they were aware. Yes.
Can you connect to what type of being it was?
I believe it was Zeta, from what I see at this time. That's what I'm seeing.
All right. Thank you. Much love.
Yes. Blessings.
All right, next one is Tran.
Hi, Diana.
Yes. Greetings.
Hi, I'd like to know, recently when I connect to large organizations like bank customer phone lines, or other large organizations like the healthcare system, things like that, I find myself feeling extremely frustrated and blocked. And I know that this is, I guess, a mirroring or a reflection of how other aspects of me. But would you be able to give some insight into what aspects of me this is reflecting? Is it that for example, is it that I'm overcomplicating things for myself, or it's time for me to get out of these organizations that manage my life?
Well, yes, as for the healthcare, yes, there's much blockages around them. They don't want to. Well, you are able to see through what is going on. Of course, they don't want you to see what's truly happening in the other dimensions, or what they're hiding in third dimension, for that matter. And that is actually a Zeta energy. It is reptilian, but mostly a Zeta energy. Zetas are very much involved with the healthcare situation. So basically, you can say what you are feeling is that you're becoming more sensitive. So part of you wants to back away from it, which is understandable. So it's up to you what direction you wish to go. But you're just overly sensitive, not overly complicated, for what I see.
Okay. Thank you. My second question is, would you be able to tell me about connections that I have to the Andromedans?
Well, yes, actually, as a healer, you've had many connections, but also as a traveler that goes to different worlds and observes, and also assists, but mostly observe, not to get too involved with. It's usually the royal ambassadors that get involved with human or world affairs. They're very careful. They're taught how to deal with that species, so they're very careful of what they do, what they say. And you've had that also, but I think you stepped back from a lot of that, because you get absorbed into the society. You almost turn into the society, depending on depends on what kind of society it is. Like this world, many beings have to be careful. They can become very much human-like, but not always in the most positive way.
So do you mean I was a human interacting with Andromedans, or I was an Andromedan?
You were an Andromedan,
assisting
human worlds, different species worlds.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yes, blessings.
All right, next one is Daria.
Hello there, princess.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. So, first, I was wondering one thing. I have a landlord issue here going on.
Yes.
Can you tap into that? And then, at the same day, I got a possibility that I can move to the town and rent my friend's place.
Yes, I believe that would be very successful. As for the move, as for your landlord is becoming very reptilian-like because of fear of change. Apparently, this one likes to have everything as this person would like it, but also unable to. It's becoming very difficult for this person to function in third dimension. It's becoming almost. It's almost this person's boxing themselves in, from what I see.
Yeah, I felt reptilian attack.
Yes.
I could see the reptilian, and I even named the reptilian.
Yes.
And
Yes, I see
so
red eyes is what I see.
Yeah, I felt like he has liver issues also. Maybe.
Yes. In that regard, yes, there is some function there that's not working properly. Yes.
Okay. and then so this will be successful to move to my favorite town in the whole Norway.
Yes, I believe. Yes, it will take some time. I believe I see paperwork for some reason. It's somewhere, so that might be with your landlord. I am just seeing paperwork somewhere, but other than that, I believe it'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm good with changes in my life because they're so healthy and good for me. It's like taking a shower.
Yes, it's yes. This has been in the works for a while. I believe you are aware.
Okay, that's nice, and that's why it didn't come as a surprise. And then, do you have any messages personally from you to me? I feel you in my living room. So strange.
One moment. Yes, you are. Now, this landlord, you do battle this person in your astral. You don't want to do that, but this one is becoming very try to hypnotize you in astral, from what I see, and it's not working, as you can tell. And so you just had enough of it. Now, this is something new. This one has not done before, not with you. And so it's this one's going around hypnotizing whoever they can to get them to do what they want. And no matter what conditions, like the living conditions aren't exactly the best of where you are, it doesn't matter because you're under their spell. So you chose not to be part of that. That's why you're leaving. That's part of it.
Yeah, okay, because I just it resonates so much. And thank you and blessings, and say hi to everyone that I know from Andromeda there.
Yes.
And blessings. Bye.
Thanks.
Okay, next one is Colin.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Thanks for coming in tonight.
Yes.
I was wondering if you and your collective had any messages for me.
Just to try something new. Mostly I see Buddha around you is basically a spiritual. Buddha is saying a spiritual retreat would be good for you. Maybe not now, but in the future, it would be good to just expand out, to try something new, and to meet new people. The spiritual retreat energies is very strong with you. It's just to open up, to change your environment completely. And of course, you can do this on your own, but if you wish to go somewhere physically, that would be a positive experience. But whenever you feel comfortable for that. That is the main message at this time.
Thank you. And I'm wondering if there's any messages from the angelic realms for me.
Yes, they say a lot of blockages have been removed. Archangel Michael is assisting on creating more positive timelines for you. Yes, there is a feminine energy around you of a partnership where the two, it does seem like you are patching things up in astral, but in the physical, it is not reoccurring. It might, there's a possibility of it, but either way, you are rebuilding your direction. He's saying it's up to you which way you want to go.
I see.
That's a message.
Thanks, Diana.
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, next is Carrie.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
I wanted to know if I have any messages from the angelic realms.
One moment. Yes, I see Gabriel around you, assisting you with relationships, building relationships. You're building a relationship with yourself. It's actually going very well. And he says that you are allowing the right people into your life instead of the wrong people. And you will see this more. It will speed up as you get used to that energy. Many are used to, bringing in the wrong people, but that's for warning purposes. And not to say you can bring in the right. You can still warn from the right people, but sometimes with the wrong people, sometimes you truly get. Your timeline can change, not always for the worse. It can actually be for the better. But he says that you're bringing more of a positive vibration into your life, what it seems. That's the message.
Awesome. That's very appropriate also.
Yes.
Are there any messages from my higher self, please? Thank you.
One moment. Yes, there is a rose energy around you. The rose that is on your planet. And that energy is an elemental energy also, like the fairies of the rose. You're very much connected to that vibration. And that's going into your daily life. If you connect to that elemental that's connected to the rose, you probably will feel more angelic. You might even feel yourself turning into a fairy being. It's very strong with your vibration. That'll help you manifest also. And some do have tattoos on them. You might see some of that. They're angelic tattoos, of course.
Nice. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, next one is Daniel.
Hello, Diana.
Yes, greetings.
Yes, greetings. Nice to be speaking with you.
Yes.
My first question, I keep having this feeling, like, for example, last night I asked this, like I sometimes feel these manipulations make me do things that aren't really for my highest good, like staying up late or eating certain foods at certain times, things like that. But despite wanting to resist all that, I feel like sometimes I'm in the right place, so to speak. Like I'm supposed to be experiencing those things and there's nothing wrong with it or whatever, with it being manipulated like that at this time. And that I shouldn't have to worry about it, but I feel like I need to bring it up anyway. Like there's like almost like a paranoia of like, will this just keep going on if I let it, or things like that. And I just don't know what to believe anymore, like this feeling or the paranoia or what.
Well, there is a Zeta presence around you that's causing this. You can say they're technically living through you, so they're putting this energy into you to stay up late, to do things that you don't normally would do. There's like 5 of them around you that is doing this. So they're trying to live through you. That's what's causing that. That's helpful.
Huh. But I'm not sure how that connects to like the whole wanting, how that like feels like it's the right place that I'm supposed to be, or like what's the story with them. I don't know. Like it doesn't.
One moment. Oh, as you feel that this is correct for you, but in truth, it is not. Is that where you're?
Kind of. It's like a confliction between those two feelings.
Moment. There are, some of them are. I still see it. Well, actually, I see an Anunnaki presence there also with this. So there is a conflict of interest that's going on, and also your higher self. You are wishing to. You're almost like you're giving them a little bit too much space around you. Basically, they are kind of interfering a little bit too much in some regard. So it's kind of it's push, and part of you wants to experience it, but part of you is like does not want to experience that. So they're kind of influencing your higher spirit, it seems.
Yeah, it's like in part I'm done with the experience. I've done this long enough. I've experienced this for years on end. I don't need any more. So but yeah.
I believe you can connect to this zeta energy. I believe you'll be able to push them out. And once you connect to that energy, it's almost like it's like a live-in family.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like they just showed up in their RV and just made themselves
Kind of.
at home.
Yeah. Interesting.
And so their influences and also I do see a dimension that they've opened up where they brought you there to make you feel like this is right for you.
Interesting.
Yes, that sounds they're trying to become more human. That's what's going on with that also.
I see. And also, as you mentioned, that Anunnaki, I feel like he's like their leader, so to speak. So
yes, he's influencing them. They're all having a blast from what I see.
Oh, great.
So,
at my expense. That's great.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Right.
You'll be able to. Well, yes, they're taking you into their deck of the woods, you can say.
I got you. Anyway, I wanted to quickly go past my second question. But I wanted to understand why all this focus on reptilian energies I've been feeling lately. I know I have some contracts with them to help humans understand them a little better and things like that, but why all this really huge focus on reptilian energies? I feel it's very strong sometimes around me. Not in a bad way, but just I've been noticing it a lot. Really feeling connected to them very deeply.
Well, they are. I believe it's more of a positive energy. They are warning through your energy. I believe they're assisting your healing process. From what I see, it does seem like you allowed them to experience this life with you to a certain span of time. I believe they're there to clear out the manipulations. They can't clear out everything, but it does seem to be bringing an improvement with you also. There's more, but they can't go into details at the moment.
Yeah, I know. I do appreciate that anyway. I was just curious. But anyway, thank you.
Okay, next one is Michelle.
Greetings, Diana. Thank you for being here. I'm pretty open, so if there's a message for my highest good at this time, that would be great.
Yes, I do feel many fairy Andromedan energies around you. It's basically they're saying just feel free. Don't let anyone block your direction. Basically, just follow what you feel is right for you, and just because it does seem like freedom is not always an easy connection for you. Sometimes being alone is actually freedom, and when I have an influence from others. So alone time is it's there for self-healing, and sometimes you heal with others and sometimes you don't. So self-healing, so being alone does help bring in a new energy and vibration so you can clear out the past, basically.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that and drawing.
Excellent.
I would be curious to know if there's anything, I don't know, the angelics or whoever want to share with me with regard to upcoming events that they see that might be interesting.
Yes, as for going, yes, they feel there's some events that are pulling you to them, which is not always there's a positive there. If you feel that it will be a positive experience for you, then it most likely will be. If you feel that there's something there that does not, it might be a last minute feeling like, I'm not sure about this, then trust that instinct. Because it might have felt okay at first and then something there just kind of turned around. So yes, they do see you going to different activities for sure. For your highest good, of course.
Okay, thank you. Much love.
All right, it's Bobby now.
Yes,
and I have Bobby's questions.
Yes.
Do I have any messages from the Divine Mother?
Yes, so just to let yourself go. she says that sometimes you are holding yourself, is you feel like you're like a balloon about to fly, basically. Not explode, but just open up more and just expand. Just to give yourself, to let that happen, basically. Let your, because there's a part of you that's keeping your vibration down for a good reason, but also you can let that out so you can expand more. Basically, there is a part of you that is like your half of yourself right now. And if you see that, it's a blockage that is much needed, but once you remove that, you will feel very different. It's basically allowing a channel energy to come through and your own abilities to activate more. Just trust yourself, basically. Trust your instincts, basically. Yeah, you're not always trusting yourself. So basically, more trust for yourself will allow this to open up. Blessings.
All right. His next question is there anything your collective would like me to know?
Yes, one moment. Yes, with our collective, yes, you had many experiences with the reptilians. As many Andromedans have been pulled into the reptilian environment, and you were there to bring them back. So yes, but also as worlds similar to yours were being created, you were part of that creation process. As for the primitive times, you could probably feel that energy also. But in this incarnation, it's almost as if you're starting from scratch. It's like you took all your knowledge and put it to the side so you can create new knowledge. So that's what's happening now. You're seeing what else you have that you have not connected to before. Blessings.
All right. Next one is Humberto.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
So my first question is, why is it that I used to stutter when I was learning to speak when I was a child, and why did it go away and never come back?
It does seem like it was part of some of your reptilian DNA was not connecting to the human DNA. I believe you received infusions for this. As you're used to a higher vibration and coming into this world, your mouth cannot go as fast as your thinking process. So you could not get the words, your vocal cords, it was just not operating correctly. So over time you had assistance from angelic beings, actually brought assistance to that.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. So my second question, do you see any likelihood of me losing all my money that I have saved digitally through Bank of America, whether it's from economic collapse or natural disaster? Or do you see it more useful buying a couple $100s worth of gold and silver and saving it for harder times ahead?
Well, I do not see these harder times ahead. If you wish, I do not see your bank account being wiped out unless you feel this is going to happen, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But I'm not seeing this economic collapse as you are seeing.
Okay.
So it is up to you. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I was just wondering if it was like a likelihood or a high probability.
We are not seeing anything at this time. We all see is fear. That's what we see mostly.
Okay.
And it's constantly being put into your world environment. That is mostly through the reptilians and Anunnaki. They enjoy that very much. They like uncertainty. It helps keep the vibrations low, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Blessings.
Thank you.
All right. Next one is Lucy.
Greetings, Lucy.
Greetings. Pardon the scratchy voice. I've been singing too much lately.
Yes.
Okay. I have been considering the idea of chakra removal, which, as I have looked into it, is not so much removing them, but consolidating them to more like 3, where like in Qigong sort of. And I was wondering if this was a good idea for me to get more energy through my heart and head. What's your idea on that?
Well,
Chakra.
yeah, I would just say to just, yes, do as you feel. These are your chakras. Just be careful with them. That any if they get unaligned, you will feel ill. So just bring a blessing, and just if you do it with love, as I believe you will, and be patient with it. Also, I believe you'll be successful. Yes, you can combine the energies of your chakras if you wish. Yes.
Right. Isn't that the way that we get negative attachments attached through the chakras?
Yes,
so
correct. Yes.
I've had dealings with that, and it's not pleasant. And I guess that's what started me on the way. So I'm glad that you right. So in my personal self, that would be an okay thing.
Oh, yes.
As long as it's okay, great, wonderful.
It's good to work on yourself.
Yes.
It is okay to have others, of course, but you can do this, I believe, successfully on your own.
Yeah, it's on my own. Thank you. And I would also like to know, since everyone's talking DNA, I would like to know my DNA makeup, and also if I could have an infusion from you.
Oh, yes. We will send you energies.
Thank you.
One moment. Yes, you have... One moment. Yes, 5% Andromedan. One moment. 3% Lyran. Yes, 8% Arcturian, which is quite a high number. One moment. One moment. Yes, and 1% Zeta. There is some, and yes, the dragon DNA is that's actually with the Syrians. You have a mixture of that. That is around 6%.
Oh.
And that does change rapidly with you. Yes, you do have a lot of dragon energy, actually.
No wonder I love them so much.
Yes.
I've had visitations from some 8th-dimensional dragons that play in my yard.
Yes.
With the fairies, actually.
Yes, the dragon energy can also cause some it's like you want to become a dragon and a human, leave the
really,
human form.
I'd like flying on them, actually.
Yes, so it can be quite intense. It's not easy being a dragon on this planet in a human form.
No, I would expect not.
Yes.
Right. So, so may I have some DNA infusion from the Andromedans raise me up there?
Yes, he'll bring you assistance in your astral. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you. Blessings. And keep singing.
Yes. Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Okay, next one's Sheena.
Hello, Diana.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. How are you?
I'm doing well.
It's good. I was wondering if you could see who's around me in my room, because I see flying things, some silvery, some gold, some black, and I do hear like a buzzing tone in my ear sometimes. And I don't function like it's...
yes.
Because I think the astral.
Yes, it's insectoids these are almost like parasite insectoids that are around you from lower astral, from what I see. And there is some reptilian energies, but they're not around as much as the insectoids are. The insectoids, you've been doing a great amount of healing, and it got their attention. basically. I believe your angelic energies will heal them, but they are not willing to leave at this time. They have kind of stationed themselves around you at this moment, from what I see at this time.
Okay. Yeah.
But
So
you'll be
that's
able
what.
to, yes, you'll be able to heal this. But yes, they're being, I believe like their general is there, was the thing. They call that a general.
Okay. Thank you for that. And my second question, is there any message for me from anybody?
Yes, Archangel Azrael is assisting you. Basically, he says that you open up a lot of wormholes within their society to free. A lot of insectoids are prisoners of each other. They're in their own, they have their own a slave race within the insectoids armies, and you're freeing a lot of that. So you got a lot. You have a visitation because they did not care much for that. Basically, yes, you're setting the slaves free, but also it's influencing the earth also. So a lot of insectoids, they're not mentioned often because they're very good at keeping part of this slave mentality. They like to swarm around places of like manufacturing and slavery energies. It just because they are taught to do that also. So
yeah.
Yes, there's more to that. I can go into that, but that's what's going on at this time.
Okay, thank you for that, and much love and blessings to you.
Yes, they also say you're breaking the shackle. Basically, you're freeing removing the chains, and some don't know what to do after the chains have been removed. They've been there for such a long time, so there's much going on there.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Blessings.
Next one is Terence.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, greetings.
My first question is, what can you tell me, like what abilities I'm opening up right now?
And just telepathic abilities, and also your healing abilities are improving. When you have time for it, you're becoming more sensitive in your chakras as for using your hands for healing. That's what I see at the moment.
Thank you. My second question is, are there any messages from beings around me?
Yes, there is reptilians, yes, overlords, but you've made peace with them. Many of them they like to be around children to cause fear, but that has been your alliance is breaking a lot of the mind control within the overlords that is going on at this time. There's much to that, but they go after children to bring just a fear energy, which also would cause the parents not knowing what to do. Also, it's basically it's mind control energies. Basically, with the Lyrians, you're bringing much assistance, and it's working. It's just not showing it. It's showing itself a little in the third dimension. It will increase its energies, but it is, if humans only realize what was here, it would help with the healing process. But many humans would be afraid of what was, if they saw what was going on. But it would actually heal society quite quickly after the fear is over. That's the message at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Blessings.
Next one is Marcus.
Hello, blessings.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, my first question is, I've been working really, getting more acclimated with, the things I can do, but I'm not quite there yet. Is there any advice for me in that aspect?
I believe your mic broke off. I heard some of this. I need not hear it all.
Okay. I said I'm working really hard on my chakras and my meditation lately, and I'm trying to harness my abilities a little bit more to understand myself. Are there, is there any advice for that?
One moment. Yes, to call in Mother Mary's energies to help clear out the blockages, and Yeshua would be excellent for that connection also. You're also connected to the ancients, as the Romans, ancient Romans from this world, exploring that side of yourself will help you clear also. Because there's some blockages for those lifetimes. And you just do a self past life regression. I believe you can see what I'm speaking about. That should help.
Okay. And then my second question is, are there any messages for me? Because I'm aware that I'm very connected to the Lyrans, and I've really been kind of focusing on that lately. Is there any messages?
Yes, you are connecting to their mothership. Actually, the Lyrans, as for appearance in the skies, as for ship sightings, they are increasing that a small percent, but they are increasing it. So if you feel if there's an alien sighting and you feel a feline presence, you're most likely involved with that sighting. So they're finding clever ways of being seen but not causing any ruckus, but they do see a positive for alien sightings. So what do we do with that?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Thank you. Blessings.
Yes.
Okay. Next one is Marvin, and I have his questions here.
Yes.
His first question: what was done 2 days ago that left a bald spot above my right ear? What was done and affects by who?
It does seem like it was an infusion. Yes, it feels like an implant. Feels more reptilian though. But I believe what was placed there has been instantly been removed. I do see Nordics around it also, not so friendly ones. So, but also I believe positive Pleiadians removed what was placed there. So it was you can say technically like a probe, but I believe he will be fine now for the most part. He's been connecting to many things, and some beings are just letting. I would say it's a warning, but don't worry about that. It'll be okay. Blessings.
Okay, and his second question is: we're in Kansas City, Missouri. Can I go to get a positive encounter with Enoch and or King Solomon?
Yes, it is good for a remote area where there's not a lot of people around. You can always plan your trip. It is up to you. You can always connect where you are also. But I wouldn't have to go too far from where you are living, but to just maybe find a spot somewhere and maybe visit it every once in a while that does not have a lot of people around, and just see how you go with that energy. It's up to you, but you can also connect to them in your home also. But if you want it's something to experiment with at least.
Yeah.
Blessings.
All right, and it's Bianca's questions now.
Yes.
And does my higher self have any idea about when I will be walking well enough again? Any messages from your higher self?
Only thing they're saying is 1 to 2 years. Your body is rebuilding itself at this time. And yes, that's all they want to say about that.
Okay.
That's all, yes.
Is there any messages from Anubis to her?
Yes, you are feeling. Yes, they are sending you love and astral. You are accomplishing your mission. There is many missions. It also helped the ailment on this and physical is pushing you more into the astral to accomplish more of your mission there. As for alien contact, as for the ascension, that seems to be where your energies have decided to do your work.
Okay.
Blessings.
And next one is Paul. I was an early. What is my galactic background?
Who is the name of this?
Paul.
Paul.
He's known as unknown in the chat.
Oh, yes.
But he's Paul.
What was this question again? Sorry.
What is my galactic background?
Oh, yes. One moment. Syrian is the strongest. One moment. But also, he's had a lot of feline connections, but Syrian seems to go back to Sirius. He does go, yes, he's had incarnations of Pleiadians, Zetas, but Sirius seems to be, it's the most, for at least at this moment, seems to be where you can find soul fulfillment there. And on this planet, he is fulfilling a mission here where you cannot do in Sirius, what we are seeing. Blessings.
His second question is, what activities do I do at night in the astral realms?
Connected to felines. As for assisting with the ascension process, yes, bringing more positive extraterrestrials to the Earth, and also teaching. I see him teaching, as I see him as an Arcturian, teaching of his ways on the Earth, what he's learned so far on the planet with other Arcturians. There's other beings involved with it. I do see a lot of youngsters around him also. So I believe there's more, but that's what they're allowing at this point.
Okay. And last person is Symmetry. He asks, is there any messages for him?
Yes, your guide is saying, yes, one moment. There is conflicting energies around him. Interesting. Some of his guides are not always getting along. It is he's going through a guide clear out, it seems. From what I'm picking up on, one of them is saying just take it. One is saying don't be so hard on yourself, and the other one is saying to take it easy on yourself. So yes, there's interesting. They're not getting along. It is. So for you with this guide situation, just remember you can connect with that then to clear that space. Yes, there's so much conflict around that from what I see. Blessings.
Thank you very much. That was it.
Yes. Blessings to you. Much love to everyone.
Blessings to you too. Thank you very much.
Anybody have a blessing or anything? No, that's okay.
Blessings.
Blessings. All right. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.